Okay, let's take some questions. We've only got a few minutes. Yes, ma'am. Let's
Okay,
go.
Ron starts us off. He says, I have had chronic debilitating insomnia for years, and it's destroying me. Pat, what can I do?
Ron, all I can say is, great peace have they that love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. You may have a condition that needs medical treatment, and I'm not a doctor, so I can't prescribe for you. And I don't think you ought to get hooked up on Ambien, and some of those things have been giving people trouble. But if you spend time in the Word before you go to bed, and contemplate the Lord, talk about the Lord, think about the Lord, think about what He says, that'll be the best sleep medicine you can possibly have. Great peace have they that love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. Right?
You know, I was sitting there reading the Bible the other day, and I realized that there's a scripture that talks about how God gives us rest, and He gives us even sleep. And I thought, you know, we take so many things for granted. We take that for granted. Maybe with this gentleman, there's something in his life that's unresolved that he needs to lay on the altar before the Lord so that true peace can come.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Yes, sir.
Well, a viewer asked, Pat, what is the name of the health food substance you refer to as effective against high cholesterol, and which can also be taken instead of a statin drug?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. Statins, in my opinion, are the more we find out about them. I was reading a book by a doctor talking about the fact that it's a precursor to diabetes, that it spikes insulin and it causes serious problems. Okay, what is the name of the? I like Oat Bran, just Oat Bran. You can find it in a grocery store. They come in little boxes, and you eat it a little bit. I eat it just raw. You can cook it if you want to. Oatmeal is another one that will lower cholesterol. Various types of nuts. I think almonds particularly are good. Walnuts are good. Pecans are good, etc. You need to stay off of sugar. You need to stay off of white flour. It's the usual drill. You know, the things that will cause you to be fat will also cause, you know, the cholesterol to spike. All right, good to know. Talisha says, I've often heard people in church quote this scripture. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Can you shed light on what this passage really means when so many people in America and around the world are without food, including bread? Well, how do you know they're righteous? I mean, you see, it's David writing, and David has said, I've been young and I'm now old. And during my lifetime, I have never seen God forsake the righteous. The righteous are those who give to the poor and needy, those who help their fellow man, those who do all kinds of things. And David is saying in his experience, he's never seen that kind of person forsaken by God or his seed out begging. That God will look after that person and his children. That's what it means. It's not a blanket for everybody in the world. All right.
Okay. Stacy asks, are computer microchips the mark of the beast?
I don't think so, but we do have computers now, and we're getting more and more who can do something that only the Antichrist in Revelation was able to do, that they couldn't buy or sell without the mark of the beast. You're going to get to a point where you can't buy or sell unless you're tied in somehow to the system. I tell you, the credit card companies are doing their dead level best to get us all on credit, taking electronic. It's so much cheaper for them than processing paper. And once that happens, the easiest thing, well, what if you lose your card and your card's got all your data? Well, you just do a little
chip,
or you could do a tattoo.
anything. It's ridiculous.